Well, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Baz B, and I am here again with a baddies review. Yes, we're at the reunion. It's part 2. And I must say, Zeus had me fucked up. Cause why I didn't get to see baddies till almost 10 o'clock that night? Because the motherfucking app wasn't working. Then when I tried to go online on my phone, it wasn't working. I had to tell my baby to bring my goddamn tablet down so I could try to see if I could get on it that way and reflect it to the fucking TV. But it was a good reunion, so I ain't gonna do too much on y'all. But next time, get that shit together. Y'all know on Sundays, we supposed to be watching the motherfucking baddies. It's Zeus Sundays. I had a good meal too, y'all. I had my goddamn curry chicken, rice and peas, and macaroni. I had me a good old cup water waiting for me. I don't even want to talk about it because it's going to piss me off even more. But we're going to get into this review, so let's go ahead and get right to it. The show picks up where we left off at with Kold Killa and Elsie fighting. And y'all know Kold Killa had dropped Elsie as Elsie was on the floor and they had to take her backstage and get her together. While she gone, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the new 3. And while they were talking about them, the audience started singing Kold Killa's Bad Bitch Party or whatever the damn shit called that we was beefing about earlier in the season. They were singing the song word for word. And you know what, y'all? I was happy for Kold. Y'all played in that girl face this season. The only time we got to see her perform her song, y'all played the wrong version. Okay, so I felt like she got some vindication today. Saucy wants Diamond to sing her version of the song, but Diamond, she played it real coy, and she just sung the song, line that shit up, which is perfect because at the end of the day, that was never Diamond's song. She was just featured on it. And that her and Kold is cool, so I like that she didn't do all that. Next, they get on the fact that Fauna, her face is all greased up. Homegirl says she is not coming to play with these hoes today. And since she like her face, she gonna make sure that shit is nice and greasy so them hits is sliding off and not leaving no marks. And we also find out that the new 3, they actually is still a friend group. They still been hanging out with each other outside this show, and I love to see it. We get a flashback to the beginning of this dumb beef between the big 3 and the new 3 and how it all started over Summer mispronouncing Fauna's name. Now, Saucy feel like the big 3 kind of forced the new 3 into a trio, and I must agree. Them girls came as separate people. They didn't know each other. They just met. Everybody had seemed to be cool so far, so that's why it was no issues. Y'all kept saying, oh, we the big 3. It's only one trio, and it's us, and it's us. Then y'all started mispronouncing the girl name, trying to be funny. So really, in all, the big 3, y'all did create the new 3. Elsie make her way back to the stage, but we can't even care about that because Bobby dropped some tea that Ahna was going to stand on business when it came to Kold Killa. But now Ahna looking confused like she don't know where that money came from. Ahna says she didn't have a problem with Kold. She heard that Kold didn't want to go to somebody's party. They end up bleeping the name out, so we don't know. Because she was there and she don't fuck with her. Well, on the other hand, Kold look at Ahna like you playing coy and you know exactly why Bobby is asking the question that he's asking. Okay, well, Kold, tell us what's going on. Kold said it had been multiple times Ahna was being slick and she commented on the whole song thing saying, who cares about that damn song? Now, Ahna, she did admit to that. She said, I did say that about that song, but other than that, I never had no issue. But no, because something else came up talking about something you was commenting on the whole beef between her and Marissa. And then you tried to check Kold in her DMs. Now, Ahna says that's not true. She was only saying y'all don't need to be fighting over that man. But Kold feel you need to stay out of it because you don't know the issue and you barely know Marissa. Okay, right, because you ain't got shit to do with it. And I didn't even know her and Marissa hung tough like that for her to even be taking up for Marissa. But anyway, this is where we at. Bobby, of course, is not trying to hear none of that. You was talking shit, and you said you had Marissa's back, so what's good? Are you getting in the paint with Kold or not? But these girls, they keep saying it's not that deep for them to be fighting over this whole situation. Bossy like, well, you said that's your friend, and you best believe they about to jump her ass when she come out here. So we about to see what type of friend you are. Well, you know what? Enough of all this talking about Marissa. Go ahead and bring her behind on out here. So Marissa, she comes out, and her and Kold, they start getting active. We see Kay jump up too, but Ahna is like, you better not jump in. But to tell the truth, Marissa got better because she was giving it to Kold a little bit in that first round, and I might have to give her that one because y'all know when she was fighting Summer, she was swimming in that bitch. Today, she was connecting. Marissa, she take that jacket off, and she go back for round 2. Now, I must say she probably should have just left it at round 1 because on round 2, her ass got jobbed. But Bobby, he's still not letting up on Ahna. I guess Bobby was like, bitch, you ain't getting no free check. You said that's your friend. She just got her ass whooped. And you ain't did shit all season. And since you wasn't here to do anything, you need to do something now. But Ahna not taking the bait. And personally, Ahna could have stayed home. But we brought that one girl from the Midwest season to the reunion, and she contributed nothing at all. I mean, it's to the point that I don't even remember that bitch's name. It still has not jogged in my memory what her fucking name was. So I guess Ahna can be here. So let's get down to what happened with these girls, because a lot of us is lost. Marissa says it's all over that man, aka Kold Killa's baby daddy. Kold is trying to say, no, you try to make me crash out and trick me out my spot by booking a hosting in my city. Now, me and Marissa, we looking real confused like, girl, how the hell me accepting a booking in your city mean I want you to crash out? Girl, it's about that man, okay? And you trying not to look goofy on this stage for fighting over no nigga. But all in all, Marissa done released the ring footage of you pulling up to that house and dragging that man up out her house. He looked like they was about to have Netflix and chill how they were dressed. Bitch, you coming over here with all this hurrah, hurrah. Oh, okay. Then we got to get on who dissed who first. Kold says that her song that she made where she was like, come get your nigga hoe. She said all I was doing was rapping. That was not a diss towards Marissa. Marissa heard it, and Marissa, she decided that she was going to retaliate and make a diss song. Now, when I looked at Marissa, when I saw she was going to be on Baddies, because I was like, who the fuck is a Marissa? I ain't see shit on there that said that you was a rapper. So I'm trying to figure out why you was in the studio wasting time, in the words of Cardi B. Then Kold, you talking about, yeah, while you was in there dissing me, my baby daddy, he texted me and let me know what's up. But somehow, he didn't stop that girl from making the fucking song because the song came out. Nobody listened to it, but it came out. So that was pointless information from him. And he really giving messy in that he liked the drama. He liked the fact that you two girls is fighting over him at this point. Then we find out that Marissa only was dating this man for 4 months. And he left her to go back to Kold, who he been with for 9 years. Kold, that's a long time to be held down as a baby mama. When he gonna put a ring on your finger? Like, you doing a lot for a man who done, kept you pretty much as a placeholder for 9 years. Could you see he done snuck off over there? And Marissa says that he keep trying to come back over there, but your crazy ass won't let him come back. And Marissa, you dumb, because why would you want him back? Bitch, y'all done brought all this to my nice home because Marissa had a nice house. Don't bring this over here into my gated community. Kold over there, she talking about Marissa's green. She just somebody to fuck. And apparently she was spending all this money on this man, talking about houses, cars, groceries, bills, all this shit. And Kold was the one benefiting off of all of it. Now, I'm real confused. Cause y'all telling me she the one with the bread. And you fighting over this nigga to bring him back over there with you? And Marissa, you was spending buku money on a nigga? This is not baddie behavior. I'm so lost and confused. Both of y'all is losing. Okay? Both of y'all lost. Tommy is like, we can solve all this the boy is mine shit and take it back to like the city girls say. You calling up Barbara, bitch this Shirley. Who is getting the most out of this man? You gonna say what he give you, and you gonna say what he give you, and we're gonna figure out who really he really tricking on around here. Kold says that all her shit is paid for. This bitch ain't worked in years. Okay, now Marissa, tell us what he done did for you. Cause so far all we heard is that you was spending a lot of money. But we didn't even get to that because Saucy had to point out that Elsie calls you Moissanite. Because your jewels is fake. Oh, so that's what that means. So is that the jewelry that he bought you? And it's fake? And you still want to rustle and tussle about this man? Y'all, please. It's embarrassing. And really, Marissa, it didn't sound like he did much for you. So you a trick. And I don't like that. When Bobby was like, this is not the baby daddy reunion, I felt that deep in my soul. Bitch, let's move on from this shit because it's dumb. And with that being said, we brought out Tavy. Tavy says that being on the show was surreal, and when she went back home and watched as a viewer, she found herself judging herself just like everybody else. And if she had the chance to do it all again, the only thing that she would have did different was that she would have, came more into the forefront. She says, I'm really shy naturally, but, I wanted to show more of my personality, so that would be the only thing that I would have changed. And it was some real shit. That's probably the realest statement ever made on this show by somebody reflecting on what they watched. Saucy asked if she feel like she owed anyone a fade. Now, the crowd, they saying Elsie. I don't know where that came from, because them bitches ain't false since she popped her in that room that day. And it ain't seemed like it's been a problem since. And I'm glad Tavy ain't take the bait and left Elsie over there where she at, because that's a waste of time. Plus, Elsie done got dropped by 5 times today. We don't need no more. She said she do want to fight Lex. I think that's pointless. Y'all done fought so many fucking times. Y'all just dragging this shit out. Saucy like, fuck all that. Okay, you done ran it with that girl. If you want to run it with her again, y'all can. This is the time and the opportunity to do it. But who I am thinking of is Ivory. I feel like you owe Ivory a fade. Which Tavy said, yeah, I do owe her a fade, but she's not here, so I'm not going to speak on that. Tavy gets up and she explains that whole situation. And from what it sounded like y'all had came to a understanding and y'all was cool after that. So I'm really confused on why you will be beefing with Ivory. But I'm here for the fight. If y'all didn't want to do it, I felt like that would be a good one to watch. We get on this beef with Scotty and Lex. Scotty says how she hates seeing herself fight and it's so ghetto, but somehow you keep bringing your ass to a show where all y'all do is fight. But okay. She is proud that she stood up for herself and they got it out the way though. Then we get on the fight with Tavy and Lex. And Tavy was like, she don't even need her lick back for that one. She needed for what Lex did on her birthday. But I thought we had handled that at the beer place. But okay. And to tell you the truth, the only fight that made sense on this stage tonight was the one with Kold and Marissa, because that's the only beef that had not been addressed on the show. The rest of y'all are fighting about shit that you had already fought about. Y'all just fighting to be fighting at this point. Tavy does go on and say that Lex didn't bust her eyebrow, That came from the day before when Dolly had a split on her hand and she threw her hands up in the club and she messed around and she hit Tavy and it cut her eyebrow. That's why she kept saying it's been like that. Well, since she haven't been fighting, her shit is healed all the way up. So we about to see in a little bit because the big three is backstage and they waiting to be called out. Now, Saucy just feel like Dolly took your chain, and now that Dolly got her chain, Tavy, you need to snatch that one. And Saucy tells people, like, I know y'all don't like the big three, but at the end of the day, you cannot lie and say they don't be serving it on this screen. I know that they not the best group of individuals, but without them, this season would have been dry. I just wish they would have kept the beefs more authentic. A lot of them felt forced and very drawn out. Like the beef with Summer and Marissa, that shit was stupid. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you clocked some shit that apparently was going on behind the scenes. And they was trying to keep that shit on some kumbaya. But at the end of the day, that shit was none of your motherfucking business, ho. Hearing the big three being the main point of the conversation, Diamond goes ahead and she rips the skirt off her dress and she reveals that she got a bodysuit on. You know, just in case the big three come for her ass. But I really think you good. Y'all seem like y'all was cool towards the end. And you know what? Let's not hold them back. Bring their asses on out here. But Saucy like, hold on first. Let me take my boots off because I got to be ready to get in and see all the action. But it was Bobby for me talking about some Scotty. The crowd said you need to take your shoes off too. Y'all know that shit is not about to go down. Scotty is not about to fight. I heard that the more you fight, the more you get paid. Scotty don't need to do all that. She's going to give you 2 fights because, you know, producer man got to make it look like they being fair out here. But the rest of the time, she just going to get her average check because she got a rich nigga on her arm. I don't need to do all that. And to tell y'all the truth, y'all see that Elsie man is white and old and they got money. So I'm confused about what Elsie was doing over here, fool la la, with y'all asses doing all that. Elsie could have chilled for a couple of episodes, cracked a couple of jokes, and, you know, got sent home and still be fine. The big three come out, y'all, and y'all know all hell break loose. I don't even know who Lex was going for at first, but she got jumped. So Summer, she jumped in, and I don't know what Dolly was doing because I didn't see her in the mix, but I do see Ahna jumping in, and I'm like, oh, but you didn't have that energy when your friend was getting dragged across this motherfucking floor. Noted. Because at the end of the day, Ahna, you were not here this season to beef with these girls. So why you jumping in to help the new three? You need to be with Rolly watching it happen. And now that I even said that shit out loud, why was Ahna jumping in to help the big three and Tavy when one part of the big three just whooped your homegirl? Make it make sense. The crowd is calling for Dolly. But Dolly is like, nah, they need to line this shit up right. So we see Lex and Fauna, they line up and they start going. Fauna is not playing with Lex's ass, okay? She ain't win. But I ain't gonna say she particularly got her ass whooped either. Next up, Summer, she gonna line it up with Kold. First off, Summer, you got on the wrong type of clothes today. Why would you wear a shirt that would restrict the movement of one of your arms? That was dumb. But at the end of the day, that fight wasn't much to see. I'm gonna say they tied. Summer is like, yeah, and I just got my titties done. And what? Next thing we know, she jumped on Marissa, who's sitting on the couch, minding her motherfucking business. I mean, you all on top of that girl head, done about dragged her off the couch. So Ahna, seeing this, is like, let me defend my friend finally. And she jumps on Summer ass. Now, on that fight, them bitches was swinging for their motherfucking lives. And they was hitting too. And I'm going to give it to Ahna. it was looking like she was winning until we all came back and sat down and Anna's face was nodded, but I ain't see shit on Summer face. So I'm a little more confused. But at the naked eye, when it first happened, I had to give that shit to Anna because it was looking like she got more hits in. I guess they just wasn't hard enough. But I am looking at you sideways because you jumped in to help Marissa, who she had snuck, but you ain't had none of that energy for Kold Killa when she was dragging your friend. Big emphasis on her dragging your friend. And I don't want to say that you're scared of Kold because that don't even make any damn sense because Kold is not a fighter. But it do make me wonder why you did not have no type of energy towards her. And she was beating your friend up. And you jumped in to help. Bitch, you crazy. Dolly finally get out here in the field and she lines it up with P first. And I'm sorry, Dolly. Your ass lost. I guess P was like, I came to this reunion to do my big one because I didn't do anything this season and I need to secure my spot for the next. Even though she still didn't get picked. And I'm going to talk about the cast of Baddies USA in a separate video. So if you're not subscribed, you need to go on here and do that so you know when I drop that shit. Because I'm not happy with this cast at all. Anna, she backstage, she talking shit, and she wants the cameras to get out her face because she can't breathe. Nah, girl, you just don't want the camera to see that you all knotted up. But it's okay, girl. Dolly, she is also knotted up, and her eye is blacked out. The shit about closed up. We got to see Lex and Tavy fight once again. Tavy, you did better than most times that you have fought her, but you still lost. And she ended up with her eye blacked out too. But she did end up biting Lex. And I'd be like, y'all gonna get enough of biting folks. Like, can you get sick from biting people? Because you know people be like, when you get bit, you gotta go get a tetanus shot. So I be wondering about that with you girls biting when y'all fighting. Saucy want Dolly ass to come on back out here because it feeling like you ducking fades. But Janisa let him know that her eye fucked up, so she got to get that worked on real quick and then she come back out. In the meantime, Kay, she want that with Summer. But Summer not giving it to her because she just got them titty done and her body hurting. And I don't know why these girls put their bodies at risk like that. Like, you cannot get plastic surgery and turn around and come out here fighting like that. Your body is not healed up all the way. And one day y'all gonna fuck around and y'all gonna tear y'all bodies up. Because we all know y'all don't be going to no real good surgeon. Y'all go straight there to goals. And we don't heard about they ass. Now, I couldn't tell who K. Rican was running up on to sneak. But Summer wasn't having it and hit her from the back saying, oh no, my girl gonna fight on her own time. So now Kold and Kay, they pissed off because you just didn't want to fight, but now you sneaking me. Summer just felt like, Kold, you need to be worried about Marissa and handling that shit. But Summer, she already did that. You missed it. And while we talking, where the fuck is Marissa? I ain't see her after that. I wonder if she gonna come back out on part 3. Lexi and Tavy, they were about to go back and forth again with each other. I don't even feel like that shit. So I was glad they brought out Natalie. Natalie calls Rolly and Diamond her biggest fans. And Saucy tells her that they said they don't want no smoke with her, but Natalie is not trying to hear that shit. And really, to tell you the truth, the only person that she really got an issue with is Diamond. She need her to line that shit up. And if she don't want to do that and stand on business, then she need to get the fuck off her shit. And as for Rolly, we can handle this shit next season or however you want to do it. I was like, oh, Natalie came out here talking real tough. Natalie, she getting up. She popping her shit. And then she threw that microphone because Diamond was not getting up. I guess Diamond was taking her as a fucking joke. So when she threw that mic and ran up on Diamond and did her in on that wall, I was like, Diamond, bitch, you need to stop playing so fucking much. And it takes some shit seriously sometimes. So in the next episode, we're going to see Diamond going for Natalie. Natalie look like she ducking phase from Rolly. Dolly, she going to fight Kay. Lex going to be fighting Fauna again. Tavy, she gonna sneak Lex, so they gotta go at it again. I mean, at this point, I'm so tired of Lex fighting these two damn girls. And Dolly, she going to fight Tavy and Kold. And of course, I'm going to be here to review it all. Zeus, make sure your shit is working. I cannot be up all night trying to watch your network because y'all having technical difficulties. If you have not done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, and until next time, bye guys.